Go grab your laundry detergent. Right now, look at the cap. That little plastic measuring cup you fill up every single time you do a load. Now here's the part nobody tells you. For most washing machines, you need about 2 tablespoons of detergent. That's it. 2. That cap in your hand holds 4, 5, sometimes 6 times more than that. And that is not an accident. I've been pulling apart washing machines for years, and I can tell you exactly what I find inside the broken ones. Not worn-out parts, not bad motors, soap. Layers and layers of old, gummy, built-up soap. You're not just wasting money on detergent you don't need. You're slowly destroying the machine you paid $1,000 for. So let's talk about how this happened. Think about it from the detergent company's side for a second. They sell you a bottle. You use it up, you buy another one. The faster you empty that bottle, the faster they get paid. Now, they never tell you to overpour, they don't have to. They just hand you a cup that's bigger than you need, with lines printed near the top, and they let human nature do the rest. Because what does everybody do? You fill it to the line, maybe a little over because the laundry looked kind of dirty, and you dump it in. Congratulations, you just used a week's worth of detergent on one load of towels. But here's the question that actually matters. Does more soap even clean better? And the answer is no, not even a little. Here's what most people get wrong. They think detergent works like paint, more coats, better coverage. It doesn't work like that at all. Detergent works by grabbing onto dirt and grease, lifting it off the fabric, and holding it in the water so it can drain away. Once you've got enough soap to grab all the dirt in that load, adding more does nothing. There's no more dirt left to grab. So where does all that extra soap go? It has to go somewhere. And this is where it gets ugly. Some of it stays in your clothes. Your rinse cycle only uses so much water. It's not designed to wash out 4 times the soap, so the extra just stays. That's why your towels stop being fluffy. That's why your workout clothes hold on to that smell no matter how many times you wash them. That's why dark shirts get that chalky, faded look after a few months. You thought your clothes were wearing out. They're not. They're coated. And the rest of that soap, it stays in the machine. Modern washers, especially the front-loading ones, use way less water than the old machines did. That's great for your water bill. But it means there's less water to flush everything out. So the leftover soap collects in the places you never see. Inside the drum housing, in the drain lines, around that rubber door seal. And soap by itself isn't the real problem. Soap plus warmth plus moisture plus the lint and body oils coming off your clothes, that's the problem. That mixture turns into a thick, slimy sludge. It sits in the dark, damp parts of your machine and it feeds mold and bacteria. That smell coming out of your washer, the one where you open the door and it smells like a wet basement, that's not a broken machine. That's a machine drowning in the soap you keep giving it. And here's the part that really costs you. That sludge builds up around sensors and drain pumps. It clogs things. It makes the machine work harder and run longer cycles. Eventually, something gives out, and you call a repair guy. He charges you a service fee to tell you your washer is full of soap. Now, the other thing people do, and I get it, it feels logical, is they try to fix a smelly machine by adding even more detergent. More soap, cleaner machine, right? You're feeding the exact thing that's causing the problem. So let's fix it. And the good news is that almost none of this costs you anything. First, use way less detergent. For a normal load in a modern machine, roughly 2 tablespoons is the ballpark. If your clothes are actually filthy, work clothes, mud, grease, sure, use a bit more. But your everyday load of shirts and towels, they're barely dirty. They mostly just smell like you. Stop using the cap as your guide. Get a cheap measuring spoon and keep it next to the machine. That one change alone can stretch a bottle of detergent from 1 month to 3 or 4. Do the math on that. If you're buying detergent every month and you cut that to once every 3 months, you just cut that bill by 2/3, forever, for free. Second, run a clean cycle. Empty machine, hottest setting, and either a proper machine cleaner or a couple cups of white vinegar. Once a month, that breaks down the sludge that's already in there. Third, and this is the one nobody does, leave the door open when you're done. That's it. Just leave it cracked open. A closed washer stays warm and damp for hours, and that's exactly what mold needs. An open door dries it out. It costs nothing and it prevents most smell problems before they start. Fourth, pull out the rubber door seal on a front loader and look inside the fold. Go do it after this video. I'm warning you now, you're not going to like what you find. Wipe it out. That's usually where the smell is actually coming from. And one more thing, if you're using those little pods, understand what you're buying. They're convenient, but every pod is one fixed dose. Small load, big load, doesn't matter. You're using the same amount every time. Convenience is fine. Just know you're paying for it. So here's what all of this really comes down to. The bottle didn't lie to you. The label didn't lie to you. Nobody broke any rules. They just gave you a cup that was a little too big and trusted that you'd fill it. That's how most of the money leaves your house. Not in big obvious ways, in tiny defaults that somebody else designed, that you follow a few hundred times a year without ever questioning them. The cap, the setting, the recommended amount, the little number on the dial, somebody chose all of that, and it wasn't you. So the next time you reach for that detergent, stop for 1 second and look at the cup in your hand. You're not measuring soap. You're measuring how much they decided you'd give away. And you can change that today for free in about 5 seconds.